This is my 2021 Honda Pioneer 700. It's got a little over 200 miles on it. And I'm sad to say I'm going to trade it in after 3 months. The pictures may not be the greatest, but I'm going to do a quick overview of my machine and why I'm getting rid of it. The first thing I had to switch out were the tires. The stock tires just weren't good. So the Tusk Terabytes did help some. Suspension, not great. It kicked a lot of mud up. I put on fender flares. I did a lot of add-ons, mirrors, soft cab. Removed the sway bar. That helped a little bit. But this is, to me, a strictly utility vehicle that you could use on trails for some very non-aggressive riding. It was hard for the passenger. The only grab bar is right there. So when holding on to it, the seat belt really gets into your neck. The seats sit very upright. My taller passengers were always hitting the switches, moving the winch in and out, turning the blinkers on. I was really hoping I'd like the machine. It was easy to work on. I added the winch. The factory headlights, only a low beam is the only option. Most people upgrade to LEDs. I just dumped a pile of money in this machine. I'm just not happy with it. The doors rattle. You can see that how they move right, just a little bit right there. You can adjust this bushing. It does help with some of the rattle, but just it does have the 3-speed transmission from Honda. But they make a lot of noise, constantly shifting. This vehicle does not have power steering. I thought I'd be okay with it. But when you get a tight spot where you got to make some 3-point turns or backing up in the woods, it was just a pain. And trying to drive it with diff lock was next to impossible unless you're seriously stuck and just need to get out. No tilt wheel, so the wheel's up pretty high. I just wanted to like it. And I do want to do some more trail riding, so maybe it more than likely just wasn't the machine for me. There wasn't a lot available. All the reviews of the machine were good. Well, it's a Honda, and you get great reliability. It was easy to work on. I did the first service on it. I recommend, if you think you're going to want to upgrade someday, just do it right off the bat. I've taken a beating on the trade-in on this thing just because of all the upgrades, and you finance the tax and all the extra charges and labor. I had some of the parts, aftermarket parts, installed right off the bat, so I took a beating on the labor and stuff like that on the trade-in. But the reliability is there. It's outdated for 2021. It's good in a way. There's not a lot of electronics to mess up. You see the reverse, neutral drive, 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, and diff lock, parking brake. Easy machine to hop in and drive. It'd be good around the farm. It's hard to drive if you're taller. The controls are almost straight down, and with the straight up and down seat, just not overly comfortable. Pretty much stock tires, not good at all again. So between the tires, suspension, me buying a model without power steering, top speed at 43, which isn't terrible. But with just a 3-speed transmission and no low range, the 700cc just doesn't have a lot. I feel the new 520 is more popular, and you have also the 1000, and this thing is just crammed in the middle of those two, and I just don't know how long of a market there is for this machine unless there's some serious upgrades. I am getting a Can-Am 700. I didn't go with the 1000. This has 38 horsepower. The Can-Am 700 has 52 horsepower. Rotax engine, completely new engine. And I'm going to have a review on that soon. Just some things to consider if you are getting a Honda Pioneer. Consider your usage. I mean, the dump bed is pretty nice size. You can put a lot in it. It does have a receiver hitch. You can tow with it. Whoever purchases this from the dealer I'm trading it in at is going to get a very well taken care of machine. Hopefully they get a good price on it. It's loaded with upgrades. I can't see any issues with it. They do rattle and vibrate. That's just what you're getting with this machine. The fit and finish just overall isn't great. But you can't beat Honda's reliability. Sorry. That's all I got. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to have a review on my new machine shortly. Thanks.